Good morning. It's Saturday morning. I just got off my shift and I wanted to talk just for a little bit. I do have my P.O. box. I got it yesterday. And if any of you want it, just leave a message or here on YouTube, or just leave a comment that you would like the P.O. box, and I'll give it to you. Just wanted to go into a little more detail as to why I was walking. I have my car. And my son had started a brand new job, and he would go to work first and then me after, sharing the car. And his company went for a brief shutdown, and so he had to take the hours that were given, and they conflicted. So a cab ride is about $8. I would get a ride too, but in the morning I'd have to cab it home or get a ride, and that was only going to be for whatever the amount of weeks it would be. And for him, it's a huge step up. I'm sorry, I'm very tired. And so hence, that's why that was happening. And I wanted to talk about, the thought came to mind, beginning again. For me, it's beginning again after stupidity. Stupidity. And I don't know why I got the hours that I required. And I hope you don't mind me being melancholy and kind of slow. I'm driving home, and when you clock out, you can look and see what your hours are. And I was happy to see what I had, and then I'm driving home and got a little bit tearful, because there's a lot of that goes into getting that. And I've always told my son, if you want something, go out and get it. Go out and get it. And so that's what we're doing. And for him, it's a job with benefits, and my grandchildren really need those benefits. And I was told in Carolina of probably about 2.5 years ago that Emma would need me. And I think this is the mini bit of time frame that she and now my grandson need me. And I step in and do what I can. But beginning again. I'm sorry for the goofy looking shadowing. It's early in the morning. And this is the light that I have here in the car. And I thought about the video I just did, and I looked back at it, and I looked at those things. All the things were laid also on a little room, carpet. The carpet was I also have the little black carpet that the items were laid on. That was also in addition to the other items. When you it's kind of like this. If a person can look at the little goofy plastic bowls and the knives and the forks and those items and think that's not much, why are you so thrilled about something that's not that much. When you're starting again, you don't have anything. It's a lot. Does anybody out there understand what I'm saying? When you're starting again, items that another person would consider tossing or putting up for a garage sale are very valuable and a blessing. Y'all have to pardon me, I just felt like talking. You're never too old to begin again. I wonder every day when I roll off of my inflatable bed and I gather my things, my clothing and the things that I have to wear for work, and I grab a cup of coffee and sip it as I'm driving down the road, and I get in and everything is a complete mess from the previous shift, and I've got to clean it up and straighten things out before I can even get started. And I'm huffing and puffing and lifting things that are very, very heavy. And then the break and the lunch and the break and the clocking out happens, and I get in my car and I'm driving home and I think, how do I have the strength to do all these things at 57? I believe for me, it's by His grace. Ever wonder how you do it every day? There's 24 hours in a day, and sometimes it seems like you're doing 48 hours worth of things in that day. Sometimes I'm up after I get off the shift. I'm up for 2, 3, or 4 hours doing things, or just awake. Just awake. And I finally fall asleep to something. I've been binge watching The Golden Girls. Remember The Golden Girls? Yeah. And as I was coming downstairs, I'm telling Alan and Jessica, I'm binge watching The Golden Girls. And guess what? They're like, what? I go, I'm now one of the Golden Girls. I'm one of them. Are you a Golden Girl? Are you in your mid-40s, 50s, or 60s? You can so relate to that show and the different topics. When I was watching it years ago, I could a little bit relate, but now I can definitely relate because I'm the age of some of the characters. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? There are times where I feel like I'm doing all of these things by myself, pulling out strength that I never knew that I had. Ever realize how strong you are when you're kind of shoved against the wall? You find an inner strength that you did not even know that you had. And all the things that you have been through, the testing of things, shore you up and strengthen you for the next. So what that thing meant for evil, God is making now good. That's to strengthen you. I didn't think I could walk 6.1 miles after a shift, but I found myself singing and enjoy as I did. Isn't that something? And I'm discovering if I don't harbor a root of anger, resentment, or bitterness, if I just flush those down the toilet, so to speak, if I just put those to the side, the joy of the Master. You can have joy despite your very trying circumstances. You are stronger, daughter, mother, grandmother, brother, grandfather, father. You're stronger than you realize. Jacob Lemon, thank you for your encouragement. Thank you very much. I was thinking about you. You popped in my head, so I'm going to mention you. Thank you so very much, Miss X905. Thank you so much. Your prayers are very powerful. They don't go up to a ceiling and stop and bounce back down. They go up there. I think when the master hears one prayer about a person, he's like, okay. But then when he hears 200, I think he listens a little bit more intently. So anywho, let's see, I told you I do have the P.O. box. I got it for a year. And if you want it, let me know. And I guess that's about it. I just felt the need to talk. And to tell somebody out there, if I'm beginning again at 57 through the ridiculousness of my life, so can you. I don't want you sitting and letting life get to you. Don't let your earthly life bog you down or hold you down. Please don't let your circumstances stop you from receiving his joy. I wake up and say, I don't even know. I question myself. I talk to myself. How are you doing this? How are you able? How are you able with your Dollar Tree meals? How are you able? This is not a feel sorry thing. I'm just telling you. How are you able? And then as I hear my grandson, he's talking clearer and clearer. He would call me Anya. Yep, Anya. Now he says, Grandma. When I hear those two little babies, I come in, Grandma. It sort of rejuvenates and brings me joy. The next generation. The next generation. When you look into those little faces, then they want to come and hug you. Makes it all worth it. Please hang in there. You're stronger than you realize. Deep down inside, pull it up and bring it out into your circumstances. You're stronger than you realize. Thank you for listening. Love you.